All right, so we're about to head into Harbor Freight and pick up a engine hoist and maybe an engine stand, not 100% sure yet. Then once we get that, we got to head back and we're going to pull the transmission out of this car. The cool thing about Harbor Freight is you break something, focus. You break these, and they exchange it for free. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up a set of that over here. So we're in Harbor Freight right now. We're looking for the cherry picker that we want. I believe we got it right over here. So we're gonna go ahead and pick this up. Looks like a 1-ton folding crane for $189. So we're gonna trust it with our lives. So wish us luck. So I just picked up the engine stand and a engine hoist. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull up my car and I'm gonna load it up and go do this. We got everything loaded up, but just like barely. I had to take stuff out of the box. Fit everything in the car. So, all right, time to get to work. Alright, so we are finally back, and we have this car right here. We're gonna have to pull the transmission out of this. Well, we're pulling the motor in the trans, because the motor in this thing is shot anyway, and we gotta put it back in this car. So the story behind this car is transmission went bad in it, so we pulled it out, and we've been fighting to find a transmission, and we came across this. So it's the same engine code and it has the same trans, and we picked it up for 500 bucks. So it was a super great deal. It came with all these extras. So we're gonna pull all that off, and we're gonna go ahead. We might as well just open the block up and take a look. But as you see here, so it looks like a head gasket probably blew. So we'll find out once we pull it apart. But first we have to get it out, and then we have to take this transmission, like I said earlier, and put it back in this car. So I'll keep you guys posted. That's just the way we're doing right now, and we'll go from there.
Oh no, Jesus, that was the kid that had it.
Oh, that is terrible.
Cinnamon toast milk. Yes.
It's a magnetic plug though.
Is there any metal in it?
See it? First like 3 seconds.
What did you just drink?
The oil.
Alright, so this is our progress so far. We pulled off the alternator. Next we're working on the AC compressor. Then we're going to try to see if we can get the exhaust manifold off. I do not think we're going to be able to, but we'll see once. But yeah, here's just a progress on where we're at. Alright, so this is the progress that we have made so far. Pretty much what we did was we pulled the whole entire front end off the car. We're going to go ahead and keep working our way across and back, and then by the end of tonight we're going to have this dropped and ready to go. We'll have to lift the car up again, obviously. We'll probably make it easier, just drop the subframe, but I'll keep you updated on what we do. Alright, so update since last time. Motor's still not out. It got dark, so we had to go get a bunch of lights. We're gonna have the motor out tonight. It's taking a lot longer than I would like, but you know, it is what it is. It's a Volkswagen. We all know it's over-engineered. On the bright side of things, though, with this being said, tomorrow we should have a trans in that car. So don't hold me to it, but I'm gonna keep you guys updated as we keep going. Obviously, it's dark and it's hard to film. I'll try to keep you guys as updated as possible. Welcome back to day 2 of the Volkswagen extravaganza. So we did not get motor out, obviously you can tell. We got everything from here back, everything's disconnected. We just have to do the downpipe yet. It was getting late last night, and we ran into this problem here. So if you know anything about these cars, these studs here, they're not lug nuts, they're actual studs. So what we ended up, yeah, thank you. So this is what they are. This car is an up north car, all rusted, and it took everything we could to get the other ones out, but this one is stripped and does not want to move. So let's see if you can see in there. I'm trying to drill it out. We're not getting any luck with it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to go find a tool to get off the there's bolts on the axles. It's not a regular car that axles just slide out or pop out. So what we need to do is we need to get ourselves the socket in order to
12-point square bit.
Yeah, it's
Double square.
It's a specialty tool to get the axles off, so we're gonna go ahead and try to find that, and then we'll see what we can do from there. But yeah, that's where we're at currently. Last night was getting frustrating, as you can tell. Yeah. So just like tips and tricks for anybody that's working on this car. The front end does come off, which, I mean, it's obvious, you can see that. But the crash support, it comes off. It looks like it has 2 bolts. There's only 1 bolt on each side holding it on. Radiator support's plastic. This is a pain. So in order to get this out of the way, which is the condenser, the compressor, and all the lines, you have to take off the power steering line that goes to the pump here. It is a banjo bolt. It's super simple. It just pops off. The reason why you have to take that off is just because these lines are intertwined with it. Why? I don't know. It's just what Volkswagen did. But the next steps are, once the suspension's all apart, the axles are off, the downpipe's off, then all we have to do is we have to take out the trans mount, the passenger side motor mount, and there's a dog bone in the back. It'll be ready to come. So hopefully we can get it out today, and you guys will see. So here's what we need. Triple square bit. This is what the axle needs to get it off. So we're going to take a look while we're here. I'm sure there's nothing else that we need, but plenty of stuff here.
Which one should I get?
What are you looking
I
at?
also need some for my house.
Orange?
Yeah.
This stuff is good. I've never used this, but Purple Power makes really good stuff as well. I get this because it's the squirty bottle. Super, like you don't have to just, easier just
This
to.
one's on sale though.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That one's the same price as that.
Yeah, so
1
you
gallon.
get yourself a nice deal. And it's got the squirty lid.
Nail brush. Get it out of your nail.
Yeah, nail brush. They have nail brushes. So you get it in your nails, and then you always give yourself a facial with the engine grease every time you work on cars. Alright, so we have a good update today. So, as you guys saw in the last clip, we just got this out. We never got the lug nut off, or the lug stud I should say, off of that. So our next step was to just unbolt the axles, the transaxle from the actual trans. Yeah, so here's a better look at the tool in case you didn't see it earlier. Yeah, literally this is all we needed. So we had to break it with the bar.
It's a 10 millimeter triple square 12 point.
Once we got that done, obviously we were able to disconnect everything else. We just had to downpipe those two axles and then the mounts, and we were good to go. So next step is we're going to pull the transmission off of this motor, and then we're going to swap out the axles on the other trans, as well as a couple pieces that we may have accidentally damaged in the process, like that sensor. Sorry. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the axles off of the trans that blew up. We're going to put them on this because they're beefier axles. We'll do that after we get this transmission in that car right here. And then when that's done, we'll just start bolting everything back up and see if it works, which it should. This transmission that we just pulled is supposed to be, how many miles? He said it was new. Like,
It's almost brand new.
like what, like 3,000 miles?
If not less.
Yeah.
So he said.
So we're going to end up pulling this downpipe off right here. We're going to swap that for the one that's on the gray car right now. These axles we're just going to leave in. I think what we're going to try to do is we're just going to put the suspension back together so that way the car can roll. It's probably just going to be a parts car, and then everything else is going to get taken to the junkyard or scrapped or sold. It's a fairly clean body car, other than it's rusting pretty bad down there. So it would need a lot of, I guess, finishing and
Tender loving.
yeah, it would need a lot of tender loving care. But everything else is still good. I left the majority of the systems closed, so if this car ever needed to be put back together, we could do it. Although we probably will not ever do that. So. All right, well that concludes of this episode. Please, if you enjoyed this series, leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know how we do it on this channel. Stay tuned for part 2. It will be coming soon. And hopefully, we'll have a transmission in this car. See ya!